Hey guys, this is Jacob from Solid Media. We today are gonna do a little comparison between the YoloBox Pro and the Atem. This is the Atem Mini Pro ISO. Price-wise, this is about 14.99 euros on Amazon, and this is 1189 at this very moment. So slightly more expensive, but it comes packed with stuff. For the Atem, you need the Atem, you need the laptop, you need a screen. If I push this button here, there's the Atem. So that's what you need to set up an Atem. You need all of those things, but for the YoloBox, you actually need cameras. It has built-in battery, it has power connecting, you have Wi-Fi, you have SIM card, and you have Ethernet cable. So you don't really need to do anything more. You have touchscreen, and you can switch your shots right in here. It's really a more all-in-one solution. So that's your setup right there. For usability, like I said, it has very many things built into it, and the setup is very easy in comparison to the Atem. The Atem can do many things, but it takes a little while to get there. For example, just downloading and getting going, and going into the Blackmagic's website, downloading it to a laptop, and then configuring your Atem, and then connecting it to a screen. It takes a little bit longer, and it takes a little getting used to. But the YoloBox here, you basically just plug it in, and then you just log in with your email, and then you're pretty much set to go. Very logical. If you have a smartphone of any sort, it'll come natural to you. The thing that they are advertising is, of course, the streaming. The streaming is the thing that everybody does at the moment. So not only recording your message, but getting it out to people. And for the Atem here on my left is you can do one stream at a time. If I go to the computer here, you set it up in here on the side, and it has many presets built in. You have your Twitch, you have the YouTube, and all kinds of other ones. The YoloBox has 3 built in, and then you can do customs. Now here's the difference. If you want to do customs, it is much, much easier in the YoloBox. It is really just pushing the plus button, and it'll send an email prompt to your email, and then you're basically just going to set it up through there. So the YoloBox is actually quite a lot easier to set up, and it's user-friendly in that kind of way. So that's very nice. Thank you, YoloBox. Now, to go into post-production, if you're going to use the media afterwards with something, to do something with it, if you want to post-edit it, or if you're going to do some saving and archiving, for example, there is a couple of options. The YoloBox here records on a SD card slot right in the bottom here, so you can have an instant recording to do something with. It doesn't come as a very high resolution, so you know, so you have a good backup, but if you're going to edit it, it's going to be a little bit trickier. They have, though, come up with a cloud recording, so when you stream, it'll record to the cloud. It's a service you pay for, but it's possible. You can also actually record to a USB now with the later updates, so you can do an USB out to record to some form of hard drive. For the Atem Mini Pro, the ISO specifically records every single input, and then also creates a multi-camera DaVinci project, which makes it very good for post-production to play with, because you already get the project started. And that's where they are strong. They're strong in setups that are stable, and you're going to stay there for a long time because you need all of the things. Meanwhile, the YoloBox is very good at speed, go out there, shoot it, get it done, be easy to use, and get it going. You can always just have a other form of recorder to it, and then you're good to go. Either way. Then you can record and edit as well. Very good. So that's your post-production section right there. If you're going to go into graphics on the actual Atem is a bit tricky, because you have to pre-make everything yourself and make sure it is actually correct and tested, and then green screen it out. So it's a little bit of a hassle and a half, but you can do it. And in the media section here, you have to upload it into your Atem and make sure it's there. So it's a little bit of fiddle. But if I just show you real quick how it is to do a overlay, which is the graphics on this screen here, I just push plus, and I want the lower third, and I want the title, and I just say text. There, done, and done. And now I just basically activate it, and it comes up on the screen. That's how hard it is to make graphics in the YoloBox. Ridiculously easy. You can, of course, also do your custom ones. You just upload them to either your SD card or a USB, and then you can just upload them from there. You can also do videos from the card or the USB. It's the same way. Very easy, just plug and play tiny things you need to do. You don't need a laptop at all for that part. So there you go, and just touch it to get it off. There you go. Now we're going to go into audio, which is a very important part of any production. So on the YoloBox here, we have an audio follows video. They've added it to the updates now. So whatever input has audio on it is the one that's going to go live. You can also, of course, add your different volumes on your HDMI 1 or HDMI 2 coming from the cameras. So you have that option in there. On your Atem, if I switch over to the multi-view here, it has the audio control monitor. And if I go back to the computer on my right-hand side, I'm just going to show you the controls for it. So here you have a more classic audio board looking thing. So you can add your EQs and your compressors and such. If you know how to do it and if you have time to do it, that's great. If you are on the go, you want to go fast, you want to go right away, then the YoloBox is great. It even has the auto mixer, so it just picks up whatever it is you want. They have also added a video mixer now in the newer update, so you can actually just let it mix itself. So then you basically don't touch it. You just start it and go. For the actual production part of this, of course, the YoloBox is a very all-in-one. You can pretty much be the one-man band. You can slap it on your camera, you can mix as you go and just put up 2 still cameras, and you can be your own production crew. But if you have the Atem, you can actually add a production crew. So it depends a little bit of where you are and what you're going to do. You can add somebody else doing audio specifically, you can have somebody mixing, you can do it from the laptop, you can do it from the actual control panel here. You control a little bit of audio on your buttons here, like up and down volumes. So it's pretty good. Again, it depends on what you're going to do. So if you value speed and you're back, it is a lot less to carry this and the cameras compared to carrying the Atem, the screen, the laptop, or if you don't have a laptop, a whole computer. So I mean, travelability, super easy. You can actually just slap this in your camera bag and you're good to go. If you want to go from box to streaming, the YoloBox is so much faster. I mean, we're talking minutes. So if something happens, you have to stream this right now. The Queen of England came in and now we're going to do an interview. Boom, cameras up. If you do it with Atem, it's more of a hang on a second, have to get and set up and get power from somewhere and run this here. Just hang on, just don't go anywhere. So if you're a news recorder, you do interviews, you do something hits fast, the YoloBox is made for speed. There is a way to combine the best of both worlds if you want to. Say, there is a few people that has both. Like I have an Atem and a YoloBox. Doesn't mean that I don't have to use just one. I could actually use both. So I can take a few extra inputs from here. If I don't have enough, I can loop them into an input on the YoloBox and have more inputs. I can do the audio in here perhaps and do it through the audio mixer and get some more control on the audio. If I have my own system already and I just want to go get into streaming, for example, then I can just take whatever output I have into the YoloBox. I can add graphics, I can add all of my streams and then do it that way. And if I wanted a multi-recorder, I can just do HDMI out back to the Atem and record on the hard drive there if I get it better than the recorder here. So you can combine both, get one, it's up to you. YoloLive actually sent us this unit for a discounted price and asked us to do an honest review. So that is what we did. All right, guys, that was the video for today. That was a little bit of information about the YoloBox and the Atem. If you have any questions, don't forget to type a little comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because it really helps. And until next time, guys, see you guys.